The streets of Hong Kong were bone dry. Just days ago, shops bustled, commuters weaved through crosswalks. The summer heat shimmered off the concrete. Then, overnight, the sky opened, not with a drizzle, not even a downpour. This was the heaviest rainfall the city had seen in nearly 140 years. Subway stations filled like bathtubs. Cars floated down the streets, and the same people who had been sweltering in relentless heat were now waist-deep in floodwater. It's the kind of whiplash that once felt impossible. Now, it's becoming the new normal. And it's not just Hong Kong. From Mumbai to Madrid, from Texas to Tokyo, more than half of the world's largest cities are trending wetter. Which begs the question, why? The air is like a sponge. The warmer it gets, the more water it can hold. About 7% more for every single degree Celsius. It sounds harmless. Who cares if the air holds a bit more water? But here's the catch. All that extra moisture has to go somewhere. And when it comes down, it doesn't politely water your garden. It dumps hard, fast, often in the wrong place at the wrong time. This is why cities aren't just getting wetter, they're getting extremes, months of heat that parch the ground, followed by torrents of rain the soil can't absorb. And some cities aren't just seeing more rain, they're flipping their entire weather script. For decades, climate experts tracked rainfall patterns in major cities. And recently, a clear pattern emerged. More than half of the world's largest urban centers have gotten noticeably wetter in just the past few decades. Think Colombo in Sri Lanka, Mumbai in India, Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. These aren't just cities with seasonal rains. They're now seeing bigger, more intense bursts, more often. And it's not just tropical hubs. Even cities like Madrid and Istanbul are showing signs of abrupt rainfall surges. Some, once dry, are now drenched. Others swing wildly between extremes. Picture Madrid, years of drought, sun-baked streets, suddenly smashed by violent floods. Or Hong Kong, record downpours in 2023, followed by another the very next year. Back-to-back records in a city built for precision and predictability. This is global weirding, when the climate doesn't just shift in one direction, but bounces violently between two extremes. And the most dangerous flip happens when drought turns into catastrophic flood. In July 2025, Central Texas baked under exceptional drought. Rivers ran low, reservoirs shrank. Then, in one freak event, a 1-in-1,000-year flood tore through the region. The ground, baked solid, acted like concrete, water rushing overland, smashing through homes, roads, and lives. The damage didn't just erase months of drought, it compounded the disaster. And this is not unique. In August 2023, Hong Kong saw its heaviest rainfall since records began. Right after one of its hottest summers, in northern India's Uttarakhand region, cloudbursts turned narrow valleys into raging torrents. In 2022, Pakistan's floods displaced millions, made far worse by human-driven climate change. Events like these are no longer flukes. They're symptoms. Here's how it works. Warmer air holds more moisture. That moisture comes from somewhere. Oceans, rivers, lakes, even the soil. So, evaporation speeds up. Dry places get drier because water is being pulled from the ground faster. But when that moisture finally condenses, it's not gentle, it's an atmospheric dump. The water cycle is on overdrive. Glaciers melt faster, feeding rivers that later run dry. Groundwater is depleted, making it harder for communities to buffer against drought. Meanwhile, storms grow stronger, fueled by oceans warmer than ever, supercharging rainfall. But knowing the mechanism is only half the battle. The real question is, can we keep up? Some cities are trying. Copenhagen is building massive underground reservoirs to capture sudden deluges. Jakarta is moving its capital to escape both flooding and sinking land. But for every city adapting, there's another ignoring the threat. In Kerala, India, authorities once recognized the danger of compound flooding, storms hitting already saturated ground. But in recent years, that awareness has faded. leaving people vulnerable to repeat disasters. In California, scientists warn of an arc storm megaflood, once thought to come every few centuries, now possible every 20 to 50 years. These aren't just projections, they're warnings. The climate's rhythm is shifting. The sponge above our heads is swelling, and the places we call home are learning a dangerous new dance, spinning between drought and deluge. Some will adapt, others will suffer, but all of us will live in a world where normal weather is a memory, because the line between bone-dry streets and waist-deep floods is getting thinner by the day.